good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to possibly the last race on this channel. If the Rapture comes tonight, we're here for the Aaron's 499 at Talladega Superspeedway, race number 8 of Season 6 of the Snickers Cup Series. Getting ready for a 19-lap event here to cap off what's been an exciting race weekend here at Talladega Superspeedway. Before I get to this, I want to apologize to everybody for the Mobile Cup Series event. I didn't even realize until about 24 hours after I uploaded that race that it froze at the end. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see that finish. I apologize for that. Must have been something to do with when I was saving it through Movie Maker. Nonetheless, though, apparently you guys were able to see the finishing order, so that was at least good. But it was a good finish, and it leads into our top story coming into today's race, which is, can Emilio Navarrete, for the first time in NNSCRA history, be the first driver to completely sweep a race weekend by winning the Trucks, Mobile, and Snickers Cup Series events? I believe the last driver who was possibly eligible for something like that, I believe it was James McLeod back at Darlington last season. I may be incorrect in that, but that's what I think it was. It seems like James McLeod was the one that was everybody was watching to be a weekend sweeper at one track. But nonetheless, our focus is on Emilio Navarrete and the number 99 team. And obviously they would love to be able to win here in the Snickers Cup Series too, because they come in 14th in the standings. Could move them back inside the top 10 in points. On the pole for today's race, representing Hendrick Motorsports, is going to be Cole Daly in the Mountain Dew Kickstart Chevrolet. As a matter of fact, I was at a Price Chopper, saw the Kickstart cans for those Mountain Dew beverages, and man, they are just as awesome looking as this car is. Cole Daly comes into today's race currently sitting 30th in the point standings, so you can bet he'd love to be able to win here today. And of course, we know the loyalty that these Talladega race fans have to that number 88 ride. Alongside of him, it's going to be Anthony McCrory driving the Commit a Mass Murder with a Spoon paint scheme here today. Anthony McCrory comes into this race 9th in the points. He'd love to be able to win his last Snickers Cup Series win. Ended up coming at another restricted plate track at Daytona last season. There's going to be a teammate lining up on the inside for Hendrick Motorsports Chevy Cole Daly. That's the other Hendrick car of Angel Navarro. Nice qualifying result for that rookie. And I've talked to a lot of rookies here, like Chris Washer and Drew Austin and Angel Navarro, and they've said that this is the track that they most look forward to coming to because, as I've said week in, week out, whenever we're at a restricted plate track, they always seem to cater to the underdogs. And these drivers, these rookies, feel that this is the best opportunity for them to be able to be up front, show what they got, and possibly pick up their first career wins. Alongside of Angel Navarro is going to be a driver who's already gotten his first career win this season, and that is Drew Austin, but he'd love to be able to get to victory lane for a second time this season, maybe replace John Cittadino as the rookie sensation of domination this season. We'll see. He comes at 3rd in points, does Drew Austin, and is still the rookie points leader. And rounding out the top 5 today is going to be Madison Sieber in the 35. Sieber comes into this race not doing quite so well. She's 25th in the point standings, but good run today could put her back in contention, and it's going to be a Richard Childress Racing Row 3 with Adam Chambers line up alongside of her. Chambers comes in 15th in the points, looking to get inside the top 10 in standings with a possible win here today. Time to get these cars rolling off. The points as they come in today's race look as so. Richard Johnson is the points leader over Dylan Young by 9 points. Then it's a total of 14 points back to Drew Austin, 21 points back to Charles Jackson, and then Dougie Shears, who's 5th in points, is a total of 28 points out of the top spot. Rest of the top 10 coming to today's race are William Duncan, Ralph Mason, Tim Walsh. After 2 consecutive top 5 finishes in the past 2 weeks, he's now up to 8th in points, Anthony McCurry 9th, and Henry Nova is now back inside the top 10 in points with all 3 Joe Gibbs Racing drivers in the top 10 in the standings. Time to get these cars rolling off. They'll complete a couple pace laps. While they do that, we will show you the 42 cars starting lineup for today's Aaron's 499 at Talladega Superspeedway. We ended up seeing some fuel strategy come into play in both the Trucks and Mobile Cup Series races. Will that come into play here at the Snickers Cup Series event? Who's going to be around to the end? Will we have a photo finish? And Emilio Navarrete starts from 41st to try and complete the first ever weekend sweep in NNSCRA history. Emilio Navarrete and the 99. You can see there, 39th, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 39th, 41st, and 42nd. All three Roush Fenway cars. So they did not qualify that well, but the old cliche here at Talladega Superspeedway, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And we'll have to see how quickly Emilio Navarrete can get himself to the front. As the green flag is out, we are underway here today at Talladega Superspeedway. Let's go racing. That didn't take long. Angel Navarro immediately looking to the inside, 3 wide, almost 4 wide there heading into turn number 1. And he didn't stick with his teammate too long there. He went right to the inside, and it looks like we're going to get a little bit more action down on that low line. Madison Siebert's got Jake Cole, James McLeod, and John Cittadino all lined up right there in contact between the 200 Motorsports teammates. Navarro and Cole Daly making some contact there. That could have been very treacherous, especially at the front of the field. Last thing we want is to have the big one occur real early, and that was what happened in both our Trucks and Mobile Cup Series races. Let's hope these drivers can at least go a good maybe 7 to 10 laps before they bring out a caution flag. If they do so, they may be able to keep it together this entire race. Oh, McLeod and Jake Cole making contact there. That was close. And John Cittadino's going to go to the front now. He was the winner last time we reached Talladega Superspeedway, which was race 35 of 36 back in Season 5. He won at Talladega. He won the following week at San Joltis, which got him the championship, and ended off a 6-win season. And now here comes another former champion inside. That's Sean Henley. And he's got Joshua Michaels all over his back bumper. How about Cody Lamas? He's been on a bit of a streak as of late, moving into that 55 ride for Michael Waltrip Racing. And here comes Tim Walsh, looking for his 3rd straight top 5 finish in that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. Oh man, I can't even focus on him. There we go. He's got help from Trent Dunham. Oh, Charles! Oh, Charles saved it, but I think James McLeod did not. McLeod's around back there. There's another car around back there, and I can't tell who it was. I wanted to say Angel Navarro, but he's running the black Lowe's paint scheme. It was a car that was white with, it might have been Noah Hart actually. But the caution flag is out. We had a few cars spin. It looks like it wasn't the big one though. That's good to know. So going to drag race to the line here. It's going to be Tim Walsh on the high side, Danny Wells in the middle, and Dylan Pote in the Sharpie paint scheme down low. I think Danny Wells may have just by a splitter been the leader, and they are indeed confirming that is the case. Now we got to keep an eye on these guys here because sometimes they like to wreck under the caution flag. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Carson Gum, Kyle Sosnowski bouncing off each other 2-3 times in turn 1. I thought they were going to wreck, but it looks like maybe for the first time this weekend they will not wreck under the caution flag. Let's see who was involved in that incident. Oh, it was Dylan Young was the car I saw. I knew it was a white car with light green. It was Dylan Young running the Geico paint scheme, and he comes in 2nd in the point standings. Not what he needed today. Driver out of Penske, Germain. Oh man, John Cittadino's got damage. Madison Siebert's got damage. There's McLeod. I know I saw him go around. Cole Daly, the pole sitter, might have gotten a piece of whatever that was. Tripe and Reed, and what's going to be his final Snickers Cup Series start. I don't know if he was involved or not. There's Mary Cole and Drew Austin back here. And there's the points leader, Richard Johnson, in the blue FedEx machine. I believe that's the FedEx Kinko's paint scheme. Yes, indeed it is, and looks like he's okay. Looks like all these other drivers are okay. We may have had only about 5 or 6 drivers involved in this. Oh, and we're getting the dice rolling already. Trent Dunham, I think, is going to be the leader now as he decides to come in. Danny Wells gave up the lead, come down and make pit stops. So did Tim Walsh, Dylan Pote, Carson Gum, Kyle Sosnowski. Let's jump to our pit lane number 1 camera. Dunham stayed out. Cody Lamas, Navarrete, Galligan. Looked like Alan Tanker, Rohit Vedaravu, and I couldn't tell who that other one was. Tim Walsh is going to be the leader off pit road by quite a margin. Then it's Danny Wells, then Sosnowski, Poteet. and Carson Gums. You see everybody making their pit stops here. John Cittadino looks like he's taking his car behind the wall. He must have gotten a hard hit. McLeod's still sitting on pit road, and I believe there's another car back there on pit road still. I think that was Mary Cole's machine. Yeah, that's the pink car coming off pit road now. She's now completed her service. It looks like James McLeod will be returning to the racetrack as well in the 51. So caution's out for the first time today. Let's look back at a replay of what happened. Can you say 5 wide at Talladega Superspeedway? Look at this. Carson Gum, Charles Jackson, Angel Navarro, James McLeod, and John Cittadino. There's the contact. I thought Charles was going around, but he didn't. And it was James McLeod getting into John Cittadino that actually started this wreck. And there's Madison Sieber. She goes down, just barely clips Kevin White, who was able to hang on to it. There's Dylan Young. He gets collected into it. And then these other drivers back here, Tryfon Reed, Cole Daly, Drew Austin, Mary Cole, I think they all made their way through this incident. I think for the most part, it was a 4-car incident, which is rather surprising. Oh, wait a minute. Mary Cole does run into Madison Sieber up ahead there. So she did get some damage. So 5 cars. 5 cars. I'm saying that at Talladega involved in an incident here, which very well could have taken out half the field. Man, oh man, are we lucky to get away with that one. But what a tough break for this driver. Dylan Young coming in, supporting his Germain side of the team there. Tryfon Reed running the Geico colors, and he gets caught up in this thing and really wasn't involved. Really wasn't much of a factor into the start of that wreck. It was they were going 5 wide, and just at least a little bit of contact sent everybody according up, domino effect up into each other, and Dylan Young just an innocent bystander. So a tough break for him. He came in second in the point stands, and we have gotten word he's gone behind the wall. John Cittadino has also taken his car behind the wall. He came in 34th in points, so a horrible season after winning the championship continues for the 42 team. Not sure if Madison Sieber's been able to continue or not, but we'll update that and all in just a moment as we head back now to the green flag. Second in points, Dylan Young has now made an early exit at Talladega. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Trent Dunham is going to be the current leader now when we go back to green. Trent Dunham in the last few weeks in all 3 series has really had trouble as far as fuel mileage is concerned, but he's willing to roll the dice and gamble here and stay out when everybody else decided to pit, so he will be the leader. Other drivers who stayed out with him, second right now Cody Lamas. Emilio Navarrete looking for the weekend sweep, rolling the dice. He will be in third. Fourth place is Sean Galligan. Fifth will be Alan Tanker. Sixth place could be Rohit Vidarbu. Those 6 did not come down pit road. Cole Daly actually I don't believe came down pit road either. He's going to line up in 7th. First car to pit was Tim Walsh. He'll be in 8th. 9th is Danny Wells. Kyle Sosnowski completes top 10. Dylan Poteet is 11th. 12th Carson Gum. John Radigan 13th. Chris Washer 14th. 15th is Charles Jackson. 16th place Hayden Klein. 17th Joshua Michaels. 18th Adam Chambers. 19th James Silverfox. And in 20th place that is going to be Jake Cole. The points leader Richard Johnson restarting all the way back in the 37th position after a very, very slow pit stop on the 11 car. Getting ready to get the green flag. 3 drivers back behind the wall after that incident. They are John Cittadino, Madison Sieber, and Dylan Young as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. 6 drivers, make it 7 drivers at the front of the field, did not pit. They're possibly hoping for a quick caution. We'll see as the green flag comes back out here. Trent Dunham going to be the leader. And as I recall, I believe when we had our first caution in the Moblin Cup Series event, Emilio Navarrete played this exact same strategy where he stayed out. Question is, though, will things work out for him here in the Snickers Cup Series event as they worked out in the Moblin Cup Series event? We will have to wait and see as he's now got a challenge. Well, I thought he had a challenge from Sean Galligan. Galligan now going to be the drafting help that pushes Emilio Navarrete to the lead. And we talked about how the Roush Fenway boys did not have the best of qualifying results, starting back 39th, 41st, and 42nd. Well, look at them now. Got Navarrete in the lead. You got 16 of Tanker up here inside the top 5. Not sure where William Duncan currently is in the 6th. I know he started way back, and he comes in 6th in points. Let's find him. Our winner from Coca-Cola. There he is. Currently crossed the line in the 26th position, so he's got a little bit of work to do here. And not too far behind him. Oh, no, I thought that was his teammate. That's actually Stephen Paul in 3rd, running the Best Buy colors. Where's Dougie Shears? Oh, wow, he's way back in the 39th position. He may have damage or something, or else he did not get a good start, because he's lost a whole bunch of ground in the City Financial Ford. while Navarrete continues to lead the way. And these drivers who decide to stay out, holding their ground pretty well here. Navarrette's still up in this pack. Vadarovu's up here. Walsh. Cole Daly is still up here. Galligan. So they are still hanging tough. There's Trent Dunham in the middle of a 4-wide situation. As they cross the line, they'll get ready to put another lap on the board. That means we have a total of 10 laps to go here today at Talladega. Comes a few drivers we haven't talked about yet. Radigan, Kyle Sosnowski, Charles Jackson, 4th in points. He's now making his emergence up here, and Hayden Klein's right behind him, along with Adam Chambers. We're starting to see the Richard Childress Racing drivers starting to work their way up here now. We've got Danny Wells, Chambers, and Hayden Klein. We know that their 4th driver is out of the race, Madison Sieber, as Rohit Vidarvu for the first time today is going to go to the lead. Now remember, the last time we were out at a restrictor plate track, it was the 43 going to victory lane, the Daytona 500 with Barney Ward behind the wheel. Rohit Vidarvu maybe trying to do it again here in that 43, being the 2nd driver to get that 43 to victory lane here in Season 6. Oh man, they're close off that corner. Charles Jackson, Hayden Klein, Dylan Poteet, and Kyle Sosnowski, all of them almost making contact. Somehow, some way they keep it together though. And I'll tell you what, Rohit Vidarvu, he came into this race in the 2nd race of the season at Phoenix. He was way down, dead last in the points because he did not make his first start at Daytona. But he's been able to work his way up to 28th in the point standings. This guy has really been doing a great job. Been a great addition over to that team. And the driver that just passed by him was the driver who drove that ride to 2 victories last season, Adam Chambers, in the 29. Here comes James Silverfox to the bottom. He's been really in need of a good run, has that 19 car, currently 35th in the points, and he's having a great run right now. And while I'm thinking of it, we need to jump back here, and we need to talk about Tryfon Reed in the 13, who's bringing up the tail end of this deal. Tryfon Reed, this will be his final start. Oh, car just spun! Oh man, just when I'm about to say something, we end up having something happen. It was John Radigan, and he just turned Carson Gum off of turn 2. Carson's been able to save it. I don't think he hit anything. And I do not think that's going to warrant a caution flag. No, it is not. As Joshua Michaels is now the leader over Jeffrey Buckeye. Now we're going to jump back again, hopefully with nothing happening, and talk about Tryfon Reed. This is his final Snickers Cup Series start there for Penske Germain. He'll be replaced next week at Dover by rookie driver Deanna Shelton. So we'd like to welcome her to the Snickers Cup Series. She'll be making her first career start there. We'll see how she does. So a new driver next week, piloting the number 13. Well, Joshua Michaels, Jeffrey Buckeye took a turn out in front. Didn't last very long, though. As now they're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Sean Henley going to go to the bottom. They got some help from Tim Walsh, sticking Trent Dunham and Ralph Mason up on the high side. Sean Henley, a former Snickers Cup Series champion from Season 4. He is currently 21st in the standings, and he's trying to get back to victory lanes. Matter of fact, Henley last season was one of only 2, I believe, drivers that made the chase for the championship and did not have a victory. Here comes Stephen Pollard III. Great run for him today in that Best Buy K-Love Ford out of Phil Parsons Racing. He's going to try and go to the lead, but here comes a few Toyotas down low. Austin LaPlante for the first time today will go to the lead. He's got help there from the CarQuest Toyota. Ever think you hear that said? Well, it's true, and it's Henry Nova. Here's Michael Norman. He's got help from Emilio Navarrete. Now, Norman's been having actually a pretty good season of it in that single-car race team. He's currently 26th in the point standings, and that's not bad for a team that's trying to do it on its own. He's having a really good run here today here at Talladega Superspeedway as well. And we did have a slower car up ahead. I don't know where he is. There he is. Dougie Shears now heading into turn 1. Field at the start-finish line. So with a total of 5 to go, we may end up encountering that number 17 before all is said and done. You remember in the Moblin Cup Series event, I believe it was, we had a lap car that came into play. That ended up bringing about that photo finish, which gave Emilio Navarrete the win. Where is Navarrete, by the way? I think he's stuck on the high side up there. Yep, he's 4th on that outside line right now, starting to shuffle his way to the back. Oh, Jake Cole and Henry Nova making contact there. And oh man, they are really close. Really, really close. And I've really been surprised. Trent Dunham and others, those guys that stayed out, Vadarovu, they have not had to pit yet. But oh boy, here we come. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. Dougie Shears. Oh, don't wreck, guys. Please don't wreck. Oh, please don't wreck. Oh, please don't wreck. Hayden Klein's going to get around on the high side. With Charles Jackson, the high side got the run that time as they're still trying to maneuver their way around the 17. We got to jump back there. We got to jump back here and make sure they're all okay. Oh, Noah Hart's getting held up. Tryfon Reed's getting held up. Aaron Williams Jr., Alan Tanker. Oh, someone's got the wall. I think that was Tim Walsh. And Aaron Williams Jr. is spun. Galligan spun. Buckeye is involved. And we've got a wreck. The wreck has happened. And one car's up on his roof and flipping. That's Jeffrey Buckeye. Cars littering this area. Oh, man. Someone just nailed. That was Richard Johnson, the points leader. Just nailed Jeffrey Buckeye. The points leader is in it. Alan Tanker, Aaron Williams Jr., and the caution is out with about 4 to go. And Hayden Klein is the leader. He leads, and there's now 3 laps to go. This race may end at a caution. Hayden Klein may have just made the move for the win. Charles Jackson is second. Sosnowski is in third. Jake Cole fourth. Rohit Vidarvu currently is in fifth. And the caution flag is out with 3 to go. Oh, Kevin White must have gotten a piece of it. He is on pit road, and he's actually gone back behind the wall. Buckeye, I know, went barrel rolling. There's Aaron Williams Jr., Richard Johnson, the points leader. Alan Tanker, Tim Walsh. Oh, Trent Dunham. I think he got involved in it. Henry Nova may have gotten a piece of it too. Oh, then they're backing up here on the back straightaway. I thought they were going to get through without having to do that, but they are going to do it here. And there's more damage now for more cars. Drew Austin, Henley, Mason, Duncan. I'm naming off drivers inside the top 10, folks. Oh, man. Henry Nova and Sean Henley making more contact there. There's Angel Navarro, who started, I believe, was in the 3rd position. Oh, my goodness. And there's your points leader, folks, who was doing a good job staying out of trouble. And he's involved in this incident here. So the top 3 in standings, I know now, have got some damage. Dylan Young's out of the race. Richard Johnson badly mangled on pit road. And Drew Austin, after backing up there on the back straightaway, he's now got damage on his hood. They're coming down here to receive 2 to go. My instincts tell me this race is not going to end under green. It will end under the caution, and Hayden Klein will be the winner. But I've been proved wrong before. So while we wait for the official word from NASCAR, when they come around to receive the white flag, we will now jump back, look at a replay of what could have very well handed this win to the Richard Childress Racing Chevy of Hayden Klein. Well, this pack of cars back here, they were getting really racy. They knew it was coming down to crunch time, and I think the contact's going to happen right there. Yeah, Cole Daly got loose, got into Alan Tanker and Henry Nova. Kevin White went up into Aaron Williams Jr. Trent Dunham comes down to Sean Galligan. There's Tim Walsh getting pushed up against the wall between himself and his Hendrick teammate. Danny Wells somehow was able to skip through that, but not before sideswiping the 88. And then let's watch and see how Buckeye got flipped over. He gets clipped right there by Aaron Williams Jr. He gets a hit from Tim Walsh, and I think Tim Walsh is the one that's going to get into him, flip him upside down and on his roof. Man. So there's Cole Daly there on the bottom. He's going to get through this, but he had some damage. And then watch here. We're going to stick here with the 12 of Buckeye. Oh, wait a minute. Does he get hit again? Yeah, he got hit again. That time by Aaron Williams Jr. there in the Pepsi Next Chevrolet. Oh, and there's the hit from Richard Johnson. Full speed ahead and nailed that 12 car, and that is a hard hit for Richard Johnson, not only in the points, but right there on the racetrack. That was very, very intense impact for that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, and he was so close to finishing out this race. He was off the pace, apparently. He was running all the way back in 32nd, but was trying to at least finish the race. He's not even going to be able to do that, as it looks like the driver who drove that ride last season may be headed to victory lane here this season in his new ride in the 27. Let's head back for the checkered flag. Well, Drew Austin actually came down pit road, made some repairs, and has brought his car back on the racetrack to limp it around and salvage whatever finish he can. But Richard Johnson has gone back behind the wall, as have others, including Dougie Shears. Oh no, Dougie Shears actually a lap down, my bad. Sean Henley, Tim Walsh, Aaron Williams Jr., Kevin White, Jeffrey Buckeye, and Richard Johnson. Those drivers have all gone back behind the wall. They will not finish this race, which is about to end under caution. And Hayden Klein is going to pick up his first win of the season. He came in 16th in points. We may see him inside the top 10 in the standings when we leave here today. Coming down the front straightaway, out of the exit of the tri-oval, checker flag is in the flagman's hands, and it waves over the hood of the Quaker State Chevrolet. Hayden Klein wins the Aaron's 499 at Talladega Superspeedway. And what a well-deserved win there, too, using the high side to get around the lap car of Dougie Shears and pick up the victory with a timely caution. Let's give you a look at your official top 10. We can actually cycle through and give you the top 10 here. Charles Jackson, he'll get second, and I believe he's going to be the new points leader heading into next week because of the troubles that the top 3 in points had today. How about Kyle Sosnowski? Great run for him in third. Fourth place was Jake Cole. Rohit Vidar will get another solid run in fifth. Sixth place is going to be Michael Norman. Seventh is James Silverfox. Eighth, Adam Chambers. Chris Washer in ninth, and not quite able to complete the full weekend sweep, but top 10 results in all 3 of his starts here at Talladega. That will be Emilio Navarrete, so I think he's pretty satisfied with his race weekend here at Talladega Superspeedway. That top 10 should get him back inside the top 10 in the points.